guys, Tech Shark coming at you with a deck discussion for the Photon support that came out in the 10s. I've been looking through. Photon seem to be a decent deck. They got a lot of support in that 10 that just came out sometime last week. And then on top of what they already had, it seems to be put together just a little bit more. Not saying that it's going to be like the next tier 1, tier 1.5, tier 0 deck, but it's still good. It's got a lot of plays. There's a lot of room for growth, but at the same time, there's, still a good vibe. There's a good synergy between all the cards and how they go together. What I kind of mean is, look at a lot of the Photon monsters, like Photon Thrasher. You can special summon him from your hand as long as you don't have another monster on your field. Special summon him. It doesn't even matter about your opponent's side. So you can special summon him, another 4. You got an easy rank 4 right there. And that's pretty much what they go for, is the exceeds for rank 4s and rank 3s. Those are the big ones in the deck. And then they have searchers. Here there are 2 searchers right here. Photon Saber Tiger. Whenever he's normal summoned, he gets another one to the field, but his attack is cut down. So that's still good. And then we have Photon Lizard. Whenever you tribute summon him, you can add 1 Photon monster from your hand, or from your deck to your hand. So that's good. At the same time, there's still really 2 good cards that we got earlier. And now I'll go and look at some of the, one more good card, Cerberus. Whenever he's on the field, whenever he's normal summoned, your opponent can't activate any trap cards. So that's, or you and your opponent can't activate any trap cards, so that's still really good. And that's pretty much all for the other stuff. And for the newer stuff, we have Curry Photon. He's pretty good. You can send him to the graveyard, pay 2,000, and negate the effect of taking any damage that turn. So that's pretty decent, Say your opponent compulses one of your exceeds, and your field is wide open. You may not have a protection on your back row. Play this guy, pay 2,000. You play him from your hand, and boom, you're safeguarded before the cost of 2,000. That's still pretty good. And then Dimensional Wanderer, he's pretty good. You use him in combination with your Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. Whenever he removes a monster from play, you can drop him from your hand to the graveyard, and your opponent takes 3,000 points of battle damage, or effect damage, sorry. So that's good. I like that. It's kind of easy to get Galaxy Eyes on the field, but you kind of have to resort to use of other monsters for the special summoning of them. And then got Orbital 7, came out in Cosmo Blazer. Decent, but he has to be set, then flipped, then he gets a token on him. Then you tribute it, special summon the Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, or Galaxy Monster from your deck, or from your graveyard to your hand. Sorry about that. So it's alright. It'd been better if it went to the field. So, and then that's pretty much it for the new support that I thought was pretty decent for the monsters. And then, just backups, because everything else is light. You got Honest right there. Looking at the spells, there's that one right there, Peaking Polymerization. All the Photon monsters you can polymerize. You can fuse them all together, no problem. It doesn't even matter. That's one thing I think is really busted. Their fusion monster is really busted. It's overwhelming at times if you're playing against the deck. But I'll go ahead and get into some of the other stuff. Galaxy Zero, pretty good. If you have a Galaxy or Photon monster in your graveyard, you equip it with this. he comes back. If the spell card gets destroyed, your monster that you brought back, his attack drops down to 0. Decent. Let's see what else. Here we go. There's one I thought was real neat. The only thing is, there's not too many of the 5s, so you have to kind of combo this with whenever you get a 5. There's not too many, but if you do get a 5 out, or 5 or higher, Photon or Galaxy Monster, you can play this card, and then you can bring another level 8 or level 5 or higher Galaxy or Photon monster from your deck to the field, which is kind of busted. And I'm like, dang, really? You're just throwing big beaters out of your deck to the field. So you could already have Galaxy monster on the field, throw this out. You get another Galaxy monster, Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, on the field, so you already have 2 of them. You better hope, or your opponent better hope, he's not running XYZs on the field at that time, because if he is, he's just about to get raped. So that's it's pretty neat. And then even if you want to just straight out beat them like that, you can, or you can exceed both of them into a rank 8 and go from there. And then we got Photon Lead. It actually helps you special summon level 4 or lower light monster from your hand to the field and face up attack. So that's pretty good. That's pretty much it for the spell cards I was looking at. Are really good. And then we'll move over to the Exceeds. They can make Shockmaster really easy. Also, a combination with their fusion monster, you can fuse from your hand to Galaxy monster, or what is it? Any Photon monster in your hand. They go to the graveyard, bring him out, tribute him. You bring those 2 monsters from the graveyard back to the field. So if you do 2 4s and then Photon Lead, you have your 3 4s for Shockmaster, Shocklock. The Photon Twin Dragon is, you can abuse the mess out of that card with this deck and just go for this. You can just leave them on the field for the time being. You can tribute them off, get your 3s, get your 4s out. You do your 2 8s. You could do Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. Fuse him in the hand, tribute him. You have 2 Photon Dragons on the field, ready to stomp away. Also, seeing as how you do have Warriors, Thrasher, and Crusher, you can go into what's that? Blade Armor Ninja. You got this new Exceed that came out in the 10. He's pretty good. And then you got their big Neos Galaxy Eyes Dragon, which seems more likely you can pull this off now that you got the extra support. You can even go into 5s with this deck. There is a Photon Satellite card right here. You can use his ability. Say you have a 4 on the field, combine him with the 4. His ability lets him copy the 4. So now he's a 5, and then he can make the 4 a 5 also. Then you can exceed into a 5. So that's pretty damn broken right there. So that makes these 2 new exceeds that we just got playable. So these are the things that I was looking at, guys. If you guys have any comments, let me know. Oh, and then here we go. We got 2 others. Sorry about that. 2 more. Cyber Dragon. You can run multiples. And Guardian of the Order. You can run multiples of those. Say you got 2. Say, once again, you got Photon Twin Dragon. Say you do 2 Photon, the Crasher or Thrasher or Crasher. You got those 2 in your hand. Use Photon Twin Dragon defuse them. Use polymerization, to fuse them. Get him on the field, use his effect, tribute him off. You got two light monsters. Boom. Got this big guy. And then you just special summon him. You got Crasher, Thrasher again on the field. Go for Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. And then if anybody wants to attack, you got Honest in your hand. So these are some of the things I was looking at, guys. So you tell me what you think. This is Tech Shark, and I'm out.